Friends, this is Sumit Shetty. I welcome you to my channel RTS Right to Speak, and today I am going to speak about the hashtag boycott China, and let us know, is it really possible to boycott China, and about some Indo-China trades. So let's begin the video. So friends, first let us take a look on Indo-China trade. Sometime in 2019, India overtook US to become the second largest smartphone market in the world after China. Around 14 million or 72% were Chinese brands, said Counterpoint Research, and Xiaomi leads the pack. Xiaomi is the leader among these companies. Chinese companies are now major players in number of consumer segments. Lenovo is heavyweight in computer hardware, and here is inching up the table in white goods. Huawei domination in telecom equipment is very strong, and its lead in 5G technology. And once they succeed in it, whole world will be dependent on Huawei for 5G technology. And it's same as whole world being dependent on China. In automobiles, 2019 is set to be a blockbuster entry of MG Motors with its Hector SUV. A number of Chinese automobiles are now rolling in the Indian market. Indian import from China is 5.2 lakh crore rupees, and Indian export to China is 1.2 lakh crore rupees. The trade deficit here is 4.2 lakh crore rupees, and we can make out there's a large difference between import and export between India and China, and its 4.2 lakh crore rupees can be considered the profit from us Indians to China. Why can't Indian government ban Chinese product? This is not a solution. In fact, it is not possible because according to WTO rules, no country can impose a ban on trade with any specific country without any reason. Even if there is a ongoing military conflict with the country, so such a step is not possible. Even if we presume it is possible for Indian government to ban all Chinese import, imagine what will happen to the imported product $60 billion in India. India has to suffer a heavy loss because of it. Where will those products come from? So imposing a ban is not a solution. In fact, people will say in order to replace, start using made in India products. But $60 billion of products were coming from China, and it is not possible for us to manufacture such a large amount of products in a short time span. It will take many years for this process. But the realistic solution for this is to slow down the Chinese import. We can break down the products coming from China. And as I told, it is not possible by our Indian government, but we can do this. It's in our hands. So 41% products we import from China are mechanical and electrical imports, such as cell phones, washing machines, TV, etc. And if we want to replace, we can go to some other countries. We can prefer the products from other countries, such as Japan, South Korea, Germany, etc. We have a good relationship with these countries. But still, this is not a permanent solution, but for time being we can do this. So next, let us move on to investment sectors. There are some Chinese giants who have their investments in Indian startups or Indian companies. And first is Alibaba. So Alibaba Group is a huge company itself in China, and their investments are such as Big Basket, Daily Hunt, Paytm Mall, Paytm, Ticket News, Vidoli, Express Bus, Rapido, Snapdeal and Zomato. And next company is Tencent, and investments under this company are Byju's, Ola, Donut, Dream11, Flipkart, Neo, Gaana, Hike Messenger, Khatta Book, MX Player, iGate, Pine Lab, Pocket FM, Swiggy and Udaan. So China has total investment of around $6.2 billion in India, of which 4 billion are unicorns. So Unicorn is a privately held startup company valued at over $1 billion, and almost 18 of 30 India's unicorns are Chinese funded. And around 2 dozen Chinese tech companies funds have invested in around 92 startups in India. So the next question here is, why China is investing so much in other countries? China needs to increase capital expenditure. Both China and India have a problem with investment growth. For China, it is a problem of plenty. For India, a problem of scarcity. A neat solution for this is to invest a lot in India. China's investment to GDP ratio in 2019 is likely to be 43.35%, which is not only very high but also much higher than what it was till 2019. Even Government of India does not view China as a major investor. That is because China makes its investment through merit ways. In fact, just 24 Chinese tech companies funds have invested in around 92 startups in India. Many countries of the world, including China and USA, don't want our country to be a superpower. The country must overcome many economical, social and political problems before it can be considered as a superpower. Do you know, in 2015, India became the world's fastest growing economy with an estimated GDP of 7.5% in the mid-year terms. But again, after the coronavirus pandemic, Indian economy have decreased. 1.3 billion people are likely to result in economic crisis. Millions of job losses. The only solution for this is Indian people must come up with startups. Now we should stop being dependent on other countries. We all must prefer products made in India. We should support Made in India. We are indirectly supporting Pakistani terrorists. We are indirectly funding them by supporting China. So friends, I want to mention one incident here. In 1945, USA attacked Japan by throwing nuclear bombs on them. But today, after 71 years, USA cannot sell a needle in Japan. This is not because of any of trade policies. This is only because Japanese citizens do not buy anything which is made in USA. This is called real patriotism, unity. And we Indians can do this against China. But for this, we all should get united. So friends, recently we lost 20 of our soldiers. Chinese soldiers killed our soldiers in a very painful way. But still, there is a good sale for Chinese products in India presently. So friends, let's stop using these Chinese products and support India.